Hello everyone. So we will see the next keyword used in a Java, that is a static keyword. Now mainly this static keyword is used for the efficient memory management. How it will manage the memory efficiently, that we will see with the help of an example. Okay, but just you have to remember that static keyword in a Java is used for the memory management. Now this static keyword you can use with the variable, you can use it with the method, you can use it with a block of code, or you can use it with the nested class. So in this video we are going to see how you can use this static keyword with variable and with method. So first start with the static variable. So Java static variable, when you declare an instance variable as a static, okay, whenever any variable you are using in a class, if you write in front of that the word static, then it is known as a static variable. So this static variable is used to refer generally the common property of all the objects. Now what is meant by common property of all the object? Consider here, for example, um, there is one class, for example a student. Okay, class is student, and within that I use the variable int roll number of a student. Okay, and after that string name of student, and third one is the string college name. Okay, so and these are the three variables I am going to use in this class for storing the information regarding the student, his roll number, his name, and the college name. Now consider here that if I want to store the information of 100 students, okay, if I want to store the information of 100 students, then for 100 students there is a different roll number of 100 different students. The name get vary from student to student, so roll number and name get vary according to the students. Okay, but the college name uh, to which these 100 students belonging will be same throughout for these 100 students. Okay, so instead of wasting the memory where college name is same for the 100 students, so why we should allot the memory for storing the same college name 100 times? Okay, so to utilize this memory properly in efficient way, you can use the concept of static keyword. Okay, so roll number get vary, it's okay, it is not a it is a unique one for a single student. Name is also unique one for a single student, so name for roll number and name you can give the different memory for 100 student, but college name is same for 100 students, so why should we waste memory in order to store the college same college name 100 times? Okay, so here if we write in front of this variable, class variable, as a static, then the memory will be allotted to this college name variable will be only once. Okay, so that is the main use of this static variable. I think you get an idea what is the use of static variable and how it efficiently manages the memory. Okay, so static variable can be used to refer the common property of all the object. Here college name is common for all the 100 students. Okay, for storing the information of 100 students you have to create the 100 objects. Okay, so the college name for 100 student is common, this one is the common property, so for that common property you can use the keyword static. And how you can use that? Before that instance variable within a class, you have to write directly the keyword static. Okay, the next one, static variable gets memory only once in a class area at the time of class loading. So every time there is no need to allot the memory for the college name. It will get only once in a class area when your class get loaded into the memory. Okay, now let us take one example of a student. Suppose class student, and same here I am using int roll number, then string s name means student name, and string c name means college name. For reference, you can, in order to easily understand, you can write the whole word college name. Okay, so as this college name is the common property for all the students, so you can write here static keyword. So this will become your static variable. College name is your static variable. Okay, now we'll use here one constructor. How to use the constructor, that you already know. Okay, so here you have to remember that the name of constructor and the name of your class is same. Okay, so student, and you have to pass the argument. So suppose for roll number int r, and for a student name it's n. Okay, so int name and in int r and the string name. Okay, and whatever is the value coming into the r and n, that you have to allot to the roll number variable, that is r o double roll equals to r, and s name equals to n. Okay, so whenever constructor will whenever you create an object, automatically constructor will be called, and the values which you are passing while creating the object, that will be go into the r and n, and it will be allotted to the your class variable role and s name. Okay, it will be work like this. Now for we'll display this roll number, student name of each and every student. For displaying that, just we'll use one method, void print, and we'll just print one message, system dot out dot println, and within that we'll write, okay, roll number is, and after that you have to give the plus sign, and roll number is stored in the variable roll. Okay, again plus sign, and here you can give the space, plus sign, after that name is, again we have to put it into the double quotation as this message we want to display as it is on a screen. So plus, it is stored in the s name, plus I'll give some space here, then plus college name is. College name is plus C name. Okay, our college, no, it's a college name, COLLEGE name. Okay, that's it. and we'll just close this method and we'll end our class here. Then we'll write the main class. Suppose our main class name is class demo 4. Okay, demo 4 is the class name. In that, public static void main string args, and within this we'll just create an object of a student class. So suppose it is not possible for us to create here 100 objects for the 100 student, so first go with the 3 only to student. Suppose s1 equals to new student. So as we are going to use here constructor, so we have to pass the value here only, because whenever your object get created, at the time of object creation your constructor will be called. Okay, so constructor required the two values, that is roll number in an integer and name in a string. So for example, roll number is roll number 501 comma, and name is in string, so write it into the double quotation, for example Akshay. Okay, and then after that we'll create the object for the second student. S2 equals to new student. So his roll number is 505 and then name is Ram. Third one is student S3 equals to new student. His roll number is 50510 and his name is Sham. Okay, likewise we have created the object for the 3 students. Okay, we have also passed the values. Now same time we have to display the information of each and every student as an output. So with the object of every student we have to call the method print. So you write s1 dot print, then s2 dot print, and s3 dot print. Okay, and this is our end of our main program. So what I we have right here in the form of program, we have created one class having name student, where we want to store the information of 3 students. Okay, which information we want to store here? His roll number, his name, okay, which is stored in a sname variable, and his college name, which is common for all the 3 students. Okay, so instead of wasting the memory every time for storing the college name, because this one is the common one, roll number is unique to the student, his name is unique to himself only, but college name is common. So for common property, for common variable, you can use the static keyword in order to save the memory. That's why I have used the static keyword in front of this college name variable. Okay, after that I have used the constructor concept, okay, where I have to pass the roll number and name. When this constructor will be called when you create the object of your uh, for the particular student. While creating the object of particular student, the constructor will automatically call. Okay, so you have to pass the values here in terms of one integer value and one string value, roll number and name. So I have passed here roll number and name. The syntax for creating the constructor is you have to use the class name and constructor name is same, and you have to pass the arguments. Okay, whatever you are passing to the r and n, variable that will be stored into the roll number variable and the sname variable of your class. And one print method I have used here in order to print the information of the student. Okay, now I have created the main class having the name demo4, and where I have created the three objects for accessing the information of three students, s1, s2 and s3. Okay, and to print the values information of the student, I have called the print method with each object. Okay, now just save this and see the output. Save as. Main class name is, we have to store E drive example demo 4.java. Okay, just save it and compile it. Cd dot cd slash d E drive cd example, and here for compilation we'll use java c. Class name is demo, or a program name is demo4.java. So let's see whether it is compiled properly or not. Static string college name. So it is giving an error. Let's see. So why it is giving an error? Static string college name. Okay, as this college name, sorry, as this college name is static for every student, means it is not going to change or it is not going to vary from student to student. So initially we have to fix its value. Okay, so for example its value is sbgen. Getting? So that's why it is giving the error. Its value is not going to change throughout your program, means you can change it, but initially you are not going to change it. That's why I am writing here uh, means initializing that variable with the name svgen. Okay, so control s example, again compile it. What is static string college name? Again it is giving the error. So let's see what is the error. So is class student intro number string is name static string college string CULLEGENAME equals to SBGen. And after that student int string n. Let's see, we can check it again. What happened? it's a static. Sorry. Okay, so we'll move forward. Yeah, it is compiled properly. Now run it. Java demo 4. Okay, so it is giving roll number is 501, name is Akshay, college name is SB Jain. Okay, so it is all about the space problem. So here you can add 1 plus plus plus. Okay, just save it. Here also we'll add 1 space plus. Address. Yeah, so now it is readable. Roll number is 50, name is Akshay, college name is SB Jain. So likewise the information of 3 student is printed here. Okay, now see here how memory get managed. In case of, we know in Java, when you create the object, okay, when you create the object, 2 types of memories are there. Okay, so that 2 types of memory is, one is the stack memory. Okay, stack memory, and second one is the heap memory. Okay, so heap memory. So whenever you create an object, every object gets some space in a heap memory. Okay, every object get a space in a heap memory. So if you create the 100 object, then it will get for all 100 object there is a space for storing the information regarding that object into the heap memory. So if you create a one object, then it will, so as in our case we have created the 3 objects, so it will allot the memory for the 3 objects separately. Okay, this one is for suppose S1, this one is for S2, this one is for S3. Okay, and to refer this memory, we have with us the reference variable. Okay, so that reference variable is stored into the stack memory. So reference variable in our case, the reference variable are this S1, S2 and S3. These are known as the reference variable. Okay, so these reference variables are stored into the stack memory. So here in you can simply write, I'll write here as it is not properly visible. So here your S1 is there, S1's reference variable, S2 reference variable and S3 reference variable. Okay, so suppose here I'll write here S1, S2 and S3. Okay, so 3 reference variable, each is pointing to the heap memory. Okay, respective heap memory. Getting? So whatever is the information you are storing regarding that object, that is saved into the heap memory. So for S1 our roll number is 501, so 501 means what roll number equals to 501 and S name equals to Akshay, that will be stored here. Okay, then for S2 here means roll number equals to 505 and his name is Ram, so it will be stored here. Okay, and 5010 and his name is Sham, so that information gets stored into the heap memory. Then what about the college name? The college name, this roll number and the name is common to everyone, but college unique to everyone, but college name is common to everyone. So that college name get a memory only once in a class area. So other than stack memory and a heap memory, again there is one class area where your college name gets stored. Okay, col name equals to sbj, and that will be stored here. So if rather than storing the college name in the heap memory every time with every object, it will be stored into the separate memory called as a class area in order to manage the memory efficiently. Getting everyone? So when uh, the flow will be like this. So whenever you create the object, your constructor will be called. This 501 will be going to the r and Akshay will be going to the n. Then roll number, okay, it will be go into the r, and r will be going to the roll variable, and will be go into the s variable, and it will be printed as an output. Okay, so output will be this: roll number is 501, name is Akshay, college name is sbj. So from where it will get the college name? It will get the college name from your class area. This one is the class area. Okay, so here your college name is stored, and it is pointed by the each and every object. Okay, so each and every object can access the college name from the class area. Getting? So this is the concept of your static variable. Okay, one thing you have to remember, that whenever you write the static word in front of any variable, then that variable is known as a static variable. And when you have to use the static keyword in front of the variable, whenever there is a common property for all the objects, then you have to use the keyword static. Getting? And because of this static keyword, we can save the memory. Means you can use you can make efficient use of your memory, because that common property get the memory only once into the class area, rather than storing every time it into the heap memory for each and every object. Okay, so this is all about the static variable.